Hey, what's up? I just want to get everyone on the same page with the Sport Mod series over at Delta on Saturday. What we got going here is, we'll start with the shocks real quick. I put 11.8 for the front. It looks like a medium to a little small one. That is the front right. The rear right, I put, and it looks like you could probably see it in the video if I just hold it there for a sec. Two bigs and a small, or maybe I'm not sure the sizes, but when it comes to the small and the skinnies, because there's a real small one, and that ain't the real small one. That's the like medium, I guess. So we're looking at 19.6. And then over here, we got a real, just one. I think I got just one right there. You can see that size. I'll still measure it. It's the 4.1 millimeter. Nothing on the front left. Everything must be a stock Traxxas except for the stuff I'm showing you. This one has these type of tires. These are stock Traxxas tires. They call them the BF Goodrich. I don't like them really that much, but they're okay. I am trying to get these to hook up. I'm putting sauce on them, getting them bald. I'll show you the tires that are good. It's kind of this kind right here. See that pattern? It has the red ring with the chrome spoke inside. And the balder, the better. See how bald that is? So the balder, the better. Because we have like kind of a wet track. I'm going to be wearing these in today with a couple battery packs. So that these will be a little balder. I flipped we all flipped the bumper upside down. We do the tornado bodies the fastest. This is the Custom Works tornado body. That's how I cut it. So you can check it out. Cut the roof like that. I know I'll probably be moving around too much, but you could just pause the video at certain points and just check it out. And you can kind of look over like what the body looks like cut and everything. But the reason this one's fast and they like it, it's light and it's all the way through. That's all the way through deck to a spoiler. Let me see what else I got. Oh, back to the shocks. There's 12 millimeter limiters all the way around, half an inch. I put 35 weight oil in the front, 30 in the rear. I balanced the tires. I went through, the Traxxas bearings have a rubber seal, and you got to cut the inside of that rubber seal, and then you got to spray out the grease and then fill them with like gun oil or a real good oil or something. I took the motor, I put it in a glass of water and set the brushes, because what the water does, you want to use like distilled water. I use regular, but whatever, but you want to use distilled. Let it run in there for like 20 minutes real low on a low speed, and then the water will turn all black, and then it'll set the brushes. That gives you like 20% more speed in these brush motors. I also know people do stuff like compress the can, but I mean, I don't know how legal that is. Because I was even told like I couldn't do this. I soldered the wire straight to it, and it's just a little crooked, and they're like, oh, you really kind of can't do that because now it's in a different position from the original. I think that's kind of weird, but they didn't knock me for it. I'm still able to race and shit because that's not really a big deal. I also put weights on it, and they told me I couldn't do that, but if you read the rules, it says no weight rules. So I'm like, whatever. You can't really have that say no weight rule in the rules, and then you can't put weights. But yeah, that's just my little speech about changing the car too much, because they will kind of look at it. They won't give you too much crap, but you know, you can take weights off. It's not a big deal to take weights off if you do put weights on it, whatever, you know. I just think that they need to be more clear on the rules then. So for the transmission, you want the diff to be as loose as possible. And you go like this. See how it just spins? So when you go into that corner, it's going to give you a little rear steer. I have heard, I haven't tried myself, but I have heard of people flipping the A-arm in the rear. Because what that would do is kind of give you like a rear steer, but I couldn't see how they did that, and I don't even know. Like I said, changing certain things, they might be like, oh, that's not stock Traxxas. So I don't know if I do that either. But there's little tricks you can go on YouTube. This is all stuff I found on YouTube and shit. What was the other thing? Little tip and trick I was gonna say. Oh shoot, there was another one. So there is parts you can change out that they do allow, and it's in the rules. You can change out like the RPM. I think they're RPM, or there's the aluminum caps for the shocks. You can do RPM carriers and RPM arms, I think. But that's it. It's just like for the durability, because if it breaks on the Traxxas, then you can replace it. So you can change a little bit of the car, but you can only change it to like RPM, arms, carriers, and that's it. You can't like change, and of course no low CG chassis or anything like that. And it's got to be the 12 turn with the XL5. Only change the receiver. In some classes, you can change the servo. In ours, it doesn't say. It's not clear. I was going to ask Joe about that, our race director, but in some other places, they do let you change the servo, and there's like a $50 limit or something. But yeah, I don't know. I think that's pretty much everything I did on my car. I set the ride height to 12 millimeter, did that wedge on one side, loosened up the bearings, loosened up the diff. Let's see what else. And that's it. Yep. Unflip the bumper. And it has a tornado body. And that's pretty much a good setup. And it set a pretty good track record. Right now, the outdoor track record is 503. So you're doing good if you're 5'4 or 503 in that area. All right. Just want to get everyone updated on that kind of information status for Saturday. All right. Over and out. This is a full front post that comes on a Traxxas. And I actually cut mine right there at 21.1. So if you put the caliper at the very top like that, you measure down to 21.1, cut it there. Now this is a car where I added spacers. You could probably see the spacers when I zoom it in right there. Hold on. Come on, adjust. Enhance. Focus. These are spacers. Never mind that. But that's how low you want it for the tornado body. This is how high I made it with, I used the shock pistons for the Traxxas to extend it. So, and I took a long screw. And so that way you can make it adjustable. And I did this for my Monte Carlo body. So whether you're running a tornado body or a Monte Carlo body, you're going to want to cut the posts to adjust the body so that you have full extension in the front that won't bottom out on the roof of your car. With the tornado, you don't worry about that because it's cut to where these are open wheel essentially. So that's just another thing I did to my car too, just so you guys know. The cambers also, I'm just going to do the cambers real quick on video. This one's like -7, I think. It's pretty out there. But I think I might change it. It depends on the track and how much mud you're getting on the side of your tire. So when you bring it back in after you do your adjustments, I actually recommend doing like negative on this side, of course, towards the infield. You want to do about maybe try a 2 to 3 all around. So then this would be +3, +3, -3, -3. This is at 7. This is pretty extreme. You can kind of see that tilt on there. There's no battery in it, so you're not seeing the weight of it, coming down. But yeah, you definitely want to set your cambers. But I just recommend bringing the tool. I'll have this with me, and we can check the car. But the good baseline setup would probably be 3 all around, because 2 to 3 ain't that much, really. It's just a slight tilt. I think this one might be, I mean, you can't really even tell until you put like a battery and then you see that tilt on it a little. It's hard to see, but, but yeah, so that's the cameras. I'd try and put like 2 to 3 all around, but bring the tool and we'll mess with it and see what kind of pattern you're getting after a couple laps.